radio station 93.3 WMMR's Local Shot. Artist of the Month, our good friends from Up 24 with Empty Page. Talk about them later. Great month for them, great month for a lot of our bands come on this program. We are also proud, and I am proud to say, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday night. And we are back. We are back 110% live. This is night 2 of the U Show, and I am thrilled to be back. With me tonight again. You know, I said in the past that I was going to do a constant run of guest co's. I was never going to have one more than like twice. But sometimes people just get stuck in your bloodstream, man, and you got to have them. So with us back tonight for another great Wednesday is our guest co-hostess, Miss Jossalyn Rogalski. Jossalyn, thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me again. Happy to be here.
It's we're happy to have you, and like I said before, one of the things that I love is thank you for popping in. By the way, thanks for giving me that moment. And one of the things I love is your, like I said, your love for this kind of music. You're a mosher, you're a music fan, and I appreciate that, and I love that. But then you started getting so very kind to me and tell me how much you enjoy coming on, and it's something that kind of look forward to, and I get that way too because it's changed my life in so many freaking ways. And I get people who have been in the comments who will mess me and say, "Dude, your show's changed my life in so many ways." So I kind of love that, and I love that you share that with me because it's great to have people here who truly want to be in every aspect of it.
Yeah, I think it's a great little platform you got here for sure. And I love like the artists that you're introducing me to. Like our guest tonight, Union 251. I would not have found them if it weren't for you putting me onto them a couple of days ago. And I really like what they got going on. So yeah, thanks for having me, of course.
Absolutely. We have two coming up from the band. The band will be here around 8:30, except for Chandler, who's already backstage. And I messaged him like, dude, I'm like, you got a half hour to go. So if you want to hang out, you're welcome. If you want to check back, you're welcome. He said, I'm always prepared, buddy. My work ethic is always like this. So we love stuff like that here on the program, man. We absolutely dig it. Got to give some shout outs in the comment section. Of course, the great horror actress Mary Kate. Thank you for being in the house tonight. Thank you. She'll be on the show in a few weeks. Look forward to that. My man Derek, what is up? I got a little, Jocelyn got a little bit of a breathing into the mic. There we go.
I have another mic. I can probably get that.
It's up
My
to you.
bad.
I mean, it's not too bad. Nah, you're wonderful. All right, so we're gonna play the Jeopardy theme song while Jocelyn goes get another mic. Doesn't bother me though. Anyway, we do have an awesome guest tonight on the program. Look forward to having these guys out here. And our good friend Zach Wolf, who watches the show religiously, always says, "Get my boys on." Guy's got a lot of boys. Got a big family. Says, get my fam. All right, there we go. And then we'll head from there. Oh,
Maybe
okay.
we're good.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Okay,
It's actually
cool.
excellent. Yeah, well done. But Zach has been telling me about this band. They're my boys. They're from Alabama. You got to get them on the show tonight. And they're joining us tonight around 8:30 tonight. It's the dudes from Union 251. 251. Chandler, thumbs up for 251, or do you prefer to? Oh, 251. Okay. Sound like should I be saying 251? Anyway. They got a couple great songs we're going to play, a couple of them through the night, of course. We look forward to that. Father and Body Bags, Jocelyn or two we're going to go to, and I'm sure they've been the ones you're checking out.
Sorry, I was totally like readjusting there. My volume was like all the way off, so I could not hear anything you're saying. I'm not going to lie, but now we're set.
You know, it's like that relationship thing where you get the, what did I just say?
Yeah, my bad. Technical difficulties here. But now we're good. I can hear you like clear as day. I hope my mic is good. Is that fine?
That's good.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
There you go.
You guys are too kind.
The two songs we have lined up tonight, of course, Body Bags and Father, the two that are big right now on YouTube. Are they the ones that you have been rocking out to all week? Because it's been the two I've been all about all week.
I'm actually really liking Father. Like there's some lines in there about like 3 minutes into the song, and it says, I actually wrote it down. I prepared for this. I took a little note.
Wow.
And it says, you can't turn back time. There's no changing now. Memories are lost. Look what I am now. And like I was interested in like their inspiration for the song. I also really liked the beat of Body Bag. I was like, I can envision myself two-stepping in the pit if they were ever live and around, but I dig it. Yeah.
Two-stepping in the pit. I'm more like I'm gonna lay 500 steps in the pit because I'm trying to get the hell out of it. Zach, what's
Yeah.
up, dude? And I knew you'd be here tonight for these guys. Yeah, like, and I'll admit, and like I said, Zach has seen it in action. A few people have seen. I am not a great pit person. I don't do well. So I
It
give you a
can be
lot of credit. I
overwhelming for
really,
sure.
it's man, even at my age and my years and all the shows I've seen that have mosh pits, every time man, I get that little chill. But it's you,
Hmm.
and you just
Adrenaline
got to do
rush for
better.
sure.
Big thanks to the guys Lacey from Whale Fall and Jossalyn, you're with us for that too. Very unique duo, were they not?
Yeah, and their music was really long, but I really liked it.
Yeah, like the second one we played, it is a little long, but said they're trying different things and they're still new,
Hmm.
so not a lot of songs out, and that's cool too. We had a great time with them, and they had me laugh. That's one thing about a lot of these bands. A lot of these guys are just funny as shit, and even if they're not funny, somehow you find their backstory ends up having some fun in it.
Yeah, there's always something different to appreciate about each artist, of course, and good to get to know them.
Absolutely. I'm going to give you props because I know, and Vin, who'll be out here around 9 o'clock. Cameron, Johnny, and I watched Jeff latest dude out in the pit. Yeah, no, Jeff got laid out in the pit, maybe. Although I like that story. But I'm going to give you credit now. We do this. We talk about female preparation and all that before the show. Jewel was talking about it again last night when you popped in. You know, sound weird for a guy, but your forehead is on point. There's not a single
Oh,
wrinkle, dimple,
well, that's
mark.
shocking because there's nothing on it, actually. I've been using like no concealer or nothing, so this is like bare skin. My chin is breaking out really bad, actually. You probably just can't see that, but
Can't see
just
that,
blush,
but
eyeliner, mascara. But thank
how
you.
much
I
you hear?
appreciate
You
that.
hear? Oh, you hear so many girls say, "Oh, my forehead this," and my crow's feet that. And I'm like, okay.
I try
And
to keep
then
it
now
simple.
I get a little obsessed with it now because Jules got like hair down to the face. You don't see hers as often, but it was like a pop. Union
Probably
two
a little
five one
greasy
till
because I just got off work.
maybe whatever works for you though. Yeah, you have been pushing them, dude, and Zach does do great push. Jeff doesn't mind moshers, but he also doesn't like when people like me run through innocent bystanders. Hey, I wasn't hating it, dude. I got a memory from an amazing show, a pop right in the mouth, a blister that lasted like 2 weeks. So that
Dang,
hurt.
ouch.
Yeah, it was. It was. You would have been so not proud. Matter of fact, if you were there that night, you'd be like, you know what? I'm never coming on this guy's show again. He's
It
weak.
happens sometimes, you know?
It does happen, even to me. So I'll leave it up to you tonight. We're gonna go with some song with music. Now, after the music, I'm gonna try and get in a topic that I definitely want to talk about. But first, I got to get a song out. So your choice: Body Bags, Father. I'll leave it up to you.
I feel like we should start with Body Bag because is that their newest one? Or
Yeah,
I know
okay,
they have the lyric video out for that one, so that one is cool to check out.
that's a good call. Okay, and fair. And you see, a girl has been doing it for a couple weeks, as compared to a guy that's been doing it for 8 years. The guy doing it 8 years sucks. He didn't think to put the most recent song on. So thank you, Jocelyn,
I try to prepare.
for
No problem.
thank you for
No, you're doing great.
bringing. You definitely brought the crowd back to normal. Though, like, why wouldn't he? All right, here we go. Body Bags is the latest from our guest tonight from Union 251. I'm going to play it right now because we love playing music. We're all about. Now, this one here is about 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Stick around. When we come back, more Jocelyn, more Jeff. Our guest at 8:30, Vin. This is the Yo Show Wednesday night. We'll be back. Enjoy Body Bags by tonight's guest, Union 251. I can't wait. We'll be right back.
Voices of the truth.
Sorry with a little commercial at the end to break a little bit of that buzz. But what a selection, Jossalyn. Good call. It is Body Bags, and Jesus Christ. That is
That one goes hard.
phenomenal. And like I said, I know my wife always tunes in, and she's not the metalhead like I am. But she's going to hear that song. She's going to say again, "Why is your ass not in the gym? Put that in your headset and go." And you know what? She's
We'll get
freaking
you
right.
going.
I love it.
Added to my playlist immediately, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's already on the playlist. Like I said, I get this phone cooking, and like the day of or the day before, when I get like really into it, I load it and I listen to it on the way to work, and especially stuff like that. Although, warning, this music might make you super overexcited to be on Earth because man, when they talk about movies, like I laughed, I cried, I headbanged,
Hmm.
I danced a little bit, I gave it,
It's one of those songs.
it is one of those songs. A lot of people like and for me, and I'll ask you, and we'll kind of get on this. For me, when I hear music and metal music, like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I love the gray, I love the singing," and I do too. But man, the
Hmm.
instruments behind it, I get so into.
Yeah.
Like the beat of the song was driving me nuts. I like just perfect. Like I wish I could just run around the entire freaking room. But then I end up knocking the set over when you have nothing. But for you, what is your? Do you have a preference?
I love the drums. I wish I could learn them. Actually, funny enough, I could show you a gag gift my mom got me. She
I
got me
love it because
this tiny little drum set.
I have
And I
that
have little
somewhere.
sticks
I have that
because
thing.
yeah, I had a set when I was a kid and like I broke it and my parents never got me like, a kid again because I think they got annoyed by it, of course. But
I have that
if I could
somewhere.
afford a kit, I would love to learn that. And so it's always the drums in any music that like yeah, gets me going. I love the beat and like the guitars. Yeah, just like the riffs. Oh, so good.
I've had several different. Matter of fact, it's funny that we mentioned that because I found this random collection of drumsticks from back when I tried to learn. I was terrible, by the way, and I gave up. But I have like a electronic drum set that was given to me in my bar area, and I have
Oh
one of them
wow,
little
nice.
ones. And I tell you what, I get so frustrated, I start kicking them around like nothing. So
You
they're all
gotta just
broken.
practice, you know? I'm sure you could get
Yeah,
it.
that's what my wife says. I had the foot syndrome where both of my feet were always moving because I love moving to the
Oh,
beat.
gotcha.
And my teacher's like,
Mhm.
"What the hell is going on with your other foot?" And I'm like, "Can't keep it still." She's like, "Well, you gotta
You just
kind of
get so
have to." I'm
into it.
like, "Right." I'm like, "Nah, I can't, man. I'm so into the beat, like I can't." And he said, and I've mentioned this on the show before, maybe this isn't for you. Yeah, you're not kidding.
I'm sure you could though. One day it'll just hit.
I tell you what, Jocelyn, you're like my number one cheerleader. You always say the right things. You always believe, and I love that.
Why, thank you. You gotta try, right? Believe in everyone. I don't know.
It's true. I believe in you. You didn't believe in yourself. When the get go, you're like, I don't know, never did it.
Yeah, well, you gotta just try something new.
I got to give it up to Zach. Zach is tagging the entire planet out there to come on
I
out
see
tonight.
that. The real one out
Stick with
here.
the air drums, man. Yeah, he really is. Been listening to Chandler kill the drums for years. He ceases to impress. Is that right? Or ceases to amaze? I don't know. I think I know where we're
Yeah,
going there.
ceases to impress.
Coco Jams in house. Good seeing them. But yeah, we get them at 8:30. I'm very excited to talk about their music, and I love the fact that you've come up with some questions of your own. And like I said, it's free reign here. There's no script. We don't really do it like that. Um,
Hmm.
Erica Biss. Speaking of Erica Biss, I am eating a banana bread pop tart. So thank you, Eric, for introducing me to these great things. Um,
What do you rate it out of 5 stars?
oh, the pop tart gets a 5 out of 5. It's freaking perfect.
5 out of 5.
It really 5 out of 5 for the pop tart. Yeah, no doubt about it. But
It's
I
been
want
a while for me, I'm sure.
to. You have to. You have to. If Zach is tagging you and you don't get in here, I'm going to rip you all tomorrow. I'm just going to blast all your pages. And especially you, Mark, because Vin's here and you should be here later on. But I'm going to talk about this real quick. So I was reading these stats today. Speaking of which, up 24, they're going to be on an 8-year anniversary. MMR's band of the month. They played Empty Page tonight. So did I. But I'm going to talk to you about influencers and social media influencers. So I was reading the numbers today on this stuff. And I was like absolutely blown away by the digits. And they were talking about this one girl in particular. And to tell you the truth, I didn't write her name down because, you know,
It just
why,
slips. Yep.
right? Why push the competition? No, I'm kidding. And so, like social media, like, and they say like it's an obsession for a lot of people. they kind of like live their lives through the words of these people. And then I was listening like
It is crazy.
it started out like it's like a $250 million business. Now it's like a 500 or 500 billion. I forget.
Become a
Anyway,
huge industry for sure.
right, becoming. I thought I wrote the numbers down. I did not, but now it is $500 billion industry. Okay, I'm not that bad at this, folks. Thank you. $500 billion, and I like to think, okay, I come out here and I do some talk and I push bands, and I would like $500 billion of the people to watch this. Not for me, but for these bands that deserve it, and for people who just like want to
Hmm.
get out there and create, because they're the artists. I'm just some fool that loves them. But they
You make the
write,
magic happen in the promo.
killing me with your sweetness. But do you get into? Because I know, like you do your makeup stuff sometimes. You want people to watch you. You're doing it to help, etc.
Yeah, I started as like just posting my makeup for fun when I was like 13 on Instagram. And then I remember one day the way I got into like social media more so is some random girl messaged me and I thought it was a scam, but she was like, "Hey, apply to this thing to be an ambassador for Maybelline if you want." And I was like, "Hey, you never know until you try, right?" So I did apply and it turned out to be legit. So I was on a contract for Maybelline for like one fall semester. I was a college ambassador. And then
Oh
that
wow,
was through some small agency that also connected me to Samsung. And then I was a Samsung ambassador for like a full year. And that was the most amazing experience for me because they liked the ad work that I was doing for them so much that they actually flew me out to New York City to do a pop up event. And they paid for my flight, hotel, food. And then I just like created some little videos, shot some pictures. My little Statue of Liberty tattoo was actually inspired by that trip because I was only 19 years old. I never expected this to happen in my life. So it's like a little staple to just like inspire myself to like dream big because I never expected that. You know, I'm from some like small little town that no one has really heard of. So it's like, wow. And after that, I worked with NYX Cosmetics. That was my most recent contracted deal. And then I get like little gifts online to do little things for on TikTok and stuff. But I really just do it for fun because I think the content creation is fun. And then it also saves me money, of course, because then like I get products that I wouldn't have to buy. So
true.
that's my reasoning for that, really.
True. Make sure this gets out to the people at Shure Microphones, because we love to do it for free as well.
It's fun. It's just,
But
yeah,
it's pretty
like
cool that.
documenting your life.
But the article, and yeah, because the article like says that people just like this becomes part of their everyday life. Why? Okay, because some people have great stuff, like your makeup stuff,
Oh, thank
like
you.
the bands I gave. A lot of people are like, oh, the music. I follow all the music that you put on, and it means something. Okay, that's cool. We love that too. But
Hmm.
what? The question is, what do they owe us? And who owes them? Now, who owes them obviously is I guess, any product that'll promote them or back them, etc. What do they owe us? Really nothing,
What do they
because
owe us?
they just bring, and we don't ask, but they bring.
Hmm.
Like your makeup thing, correct?
Yeah. Like, I just try to bring, I don't know, like little things that I find informational or entertaining. I do need to up my content, but like, yeah, I guess it's like free reign, you know? Sorry, I'm a little confused by the question. I'm not going to lie. So,
It is, because the more I'm saying it, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, well, but I'm thinking it's actually
I,
like it is a good thing to be some sort of influencer. I mean, we don't have the millions, we got like the
yeah.
tens of thousands that have followed, viewed, all that, and that's cool, and I like that. And if I had
I
millions,
feel
I
like
would
being
still do it the
smaller
same
gives you
way.
more credibility in a way. I feel like, yeah, being the micro makes you like more trustworthy. You know, people don't think you're just out here being a cash grab in a way.
I like that. And ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that this girl comes on every week for a reason, I mean, bingo.
Well,
That
thank
was
you.
sensational. And of course, I love the bands. I love to get to know them more. And when I go see them at a show, it's nice to interact. Like, hey, remember? And I go, yeah, and you chat about it. Of course, the ones that are further away are hard to get to, but you still like when you get a chance to run into
Hmm.
them in person because to me, it adds a little element. We used to do it just audio, no video. And at the end, you're like, oh, that was really cool, but I didn't feel any kind of connect, any kind of like,
Yeah, it helps to put a face to the voice in a way.
right, right, and then, really any way to relate to it. Like they said, like people are drawn more now to video podcasts because you relate to the people, you can relate to the genuine nature of it. So I like that. That's been
Hmm.
my thing since we did this. Like I said, Tuesday night we're going for our 8th year anniversary. Thank you. I can't be more
Claps for
happy.
that.
I thank Jewel. I thank everybody who comments and gets in the comment section. I thank people like Jossalyn who guest co-hosts and take a chance, barely
Why,
knowing
thank
me.
you.
We live nowhere close to each other. We don't hang out. We're not like at the bar in the corner being like, "Hey man, let's do a show." And I
States away, yeah.
kind of right states away, and I found her. She said, "Yeah, I'll try it," and then she liked it and enjoyed it, and that's what we do. JD Wolf is from Minnesota. It's a long ways away from me, but here he is. And
Got a
these
good
guys
audience here.
tonight, right? Great. And these guys here are from Alabama, which, it's not like I was at a club in Alabama, like, all right, these guys are good. I'm going to go book them on the show. It's great people like Zach, who's like, dude, I've got bands for you. And he did a great job tonight. We played their song Body Bags earlier. It's a great one. Let's bring out the guys right now. We're going to start with Chandler since he's been there. God, before I got here, I think he was here. So, Chandler, you're first here. We'll bring out Dave, Dustin Jordan, and Ron Autry, everybody. This is Union 251 in the house. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's
What's
up,
up?
dude?
What's up, brother?
Hello.
Somehow my clap got multi background. There it goes. That's neat if anybody did that on purpose. If not, I just feel like a weirdo now because my claps just kept going on and on. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming on. Like I said, Zach gives me these bands. He's like, check them out. And I immediately checked them out. And I immediately like, yeah, these guys are coming on for sure. So thank you for that. Thank you for the quick responses. Well, I really appreciate when things go, I'll say that easy.
Hey, man, we appreciate you having us on.
That is absolutely for sure.
For sure.
And I appreciate you guys, like, because a lot of people like come in and out during the week and check out their other bands and their peers, if you will, or other bands in this. So that's also very cool too. We thank you for that. I want to talk right off the bat when we got you out here. Body Bags is the song, and I got to tell you, dudes. Like I said, when I get a song like they say, movie, I laughed, I cried, etc. This song, I danced, I headbanged, I sang, I horned, I did everything. Tell us about this tune. We'll start with Chandler at the top, man. Tell us about making this song, what it means, and your feeling about it.
Man, so let me tell you guys, it's been an adventure for me because I have been wanting to chase music for a very long time, and I always held back kind of in the shadows. I never really put myself out there or chased to do music. And one day I had this intuition to just sit here and bug Dustin, my guitarist, for hours and hours on end. I harassed this man for, I would say, 2 years probably, until he finally bit the bullet and said, fine, if you'll shut the hell up, I'll be in a band with you. So that's what we went for. And I told him I want to do something heavy, something fun, something that'll get a crowd moving. And when he played the first riff that came to mind, we just went straight for it, just straight up the gut.
I tell you, if I had, like I said, if I had more room, like I'm in like a basement area, and there's plenty of room, but I'm all boxed in here. If I wasn't, I would have ran around this room a couple thousand times. The beat is just that good. Dave, we'll ask you, man, how do you feel about Body Bags? I think it's awesome.
Well, thank you. I love it, honestly. I feel like I get to kind of let loose a little bit with it. Most of the time I'm like a really nice, calm-headed person. So getting to yell, and kind of, let a little bit of aggression out on the mic. I love it.
Like that.
A lot of energy.
That's good stuff. Like my wife said, you get all these metal songs, you don't take them to the gym with you. She's done getting me to the gym, and that's just the kind of song. So if she heard it, she's going to say, I have no idea why you don't put that on and go on a treadmill. I get it. Dustin, how you feel about it, man?
Ah, man, I'm really digging the song. Honestly, it's just it's a little different than our first release. But hey, man, it's pretty cool to me. Dave, great vocalist. Chandler, great drummer, and Ron's just kicking it on the bass, man, doing his job. And it just all fell together. It just kind of just did what it was supposed to do.
Handpicked.
Ron, do you agree to that handpicked? And how do you feel about the tune, man? Because it's a banger. I love it.
Oh man, I love it. I've got good parts in it. It's a good song. It's a banger. Hate that I can't pit to it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, we'll send it over to you.
I guess my question is, well, I see you guys are all separate. So do you guys like live in the same area to make this group happen, of course? Or how do you guys manage that?
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Yep.
I've
all
been friends for almost 20 years. Besides Chandler, he's the new guy around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
is
So
there? Oh, go ahead. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So yeah, we all live in the same city, and we kind of do our writing through Discord and stuff like that. Just because it's hard to get schedules aligned, to get everybody together at
Mhm.
once. So yeah, we kind of do remote recording and remote writing, and it seems that that's a very popular thing now ever since COVID and all that. So it seems to be working well for us.
Nice.
We'll go around the room with it again. Dave, you want to chime in on that?
Oh yeah. Which I mean, I love it. I'm not as good at the production side, so pretty much I bought a Shure mic, and
Nice.
I just yell. That's about it. Hit record, yell, send it. That's it.
So I know Chandler said he likes to be prepared, so I'm sure he tested his mic since about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I thank you for that.
Thankfully, my stuff's pre-saved, so I don't have to worry about that. Thankfully.
That's a good thing. We had some terrible storms here, and I always worry about anything knocking out, but we hung tough. But yeah, we kind of got that. Like I said, we used to be audio only, and then we found a studio to go into, and then COVID hit. Everything shut down. We came home, and I found a podcaster, Jimmy Star, guy's very popular in the world. I'm like, dude, how do you do this with video? Because I need this. And he showed us, and the rest is history. I love it. I can relate to you guys, and you share a laugh, and you can see what everybody's all about, and the passion that you feel. So, God, man, to me, this is like perfect. But during like being in Alabama, of course, it's a little bit far away from us. What is the country scene out that way, like southern, a little more central? Because I know what PA has, I know what Jersey has, New York, and there's a lot of great stuff here. What's it like out that way? We'll start. You guys start. Whoever wants to jump in first.
Well, I'll put it plain and simple for you. One word describes it all: hot. Just
Yeah.
hot. Very hot. Really and truly, our
Humid.
only fun stuff. Yes, very humid, Ron.
Yeah.
But down here, really and truly, our only trips that we have for fun, we have to take either a 2-hour, 1-hour trip out of town just to go and really get an experience to say we did something.
Wow, Dave.
I live like the furthest out, so I live like an hour away from, anything, pretty much. So, I mean, we're still really close to each other. Like, I don't know. I think it's like half an hour to Dustin's house, which he's like the midway between us. But it's just as far to go to Walmart for me. So I'm up by cow farms and all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah.
But I guess when we get to the last two guys about this, Dustin and Ron, you guys aren't big city guys by either means, are you? Like, we're all kind of close knit, small town.
I mean, there's a Walmart like 3 minutes from me, so I'm kind of surrounded by everything. So yeah, my wife wants to move to the country, but I'm just I like being close to everything.
Yeah, we don't want to pull
Convenient.
a Yoko Ono on our Beatles here. You know what I mean? You can't pull the band apart, man. Sorry, you can't do it. Ron, how do you feel about the Alabama scene, man? Is it the community like we have out this way, or is it still kind of new? Or are you guys pioneering? What do you think?
It's small town around here. We have some good bands that play in the scene, but nothing like our sound.
That's fair enough. Nobody like you sound because you guys kick ass. That's really how it works.
That's
No, no.
appreciated, man.
All the bands from around here kick ass, man. There's
Oh,
some
yeah.
great musicians around here. Yeah, it's
Very
just
competitive.
it's just a very blend of everything, honestly.
Yeah, and like I said, that's the way it is here. PA just seems to have a little more. I don't say competition, but everybody in PA wants to be the best. I get that.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of them that are great. So I could never, because people say, pick one or two of your favorites. I'm like, are you crazy? There's so many, and all different kind of genres, not to mention metal. Metal's more like Central PA. Where I'm at down here is more like young kids doing classic style rock, hard rock. And we're starting to meet in the middle. But
Yeah, we have a good blend of everything, honestly. I mean, and this a big DIY scene, kind of just like, I mean, there's a lot of shows happening at like coffee shops and a brewery company and stuff like
Yes.
that. Man, it's just popping up, and the crew that does that books those shows, man, they're doing their best to bring the music scene back together and bring it back alive. So it's kind of awesome to see stuff like that happening.
Oh yeah.
brewery we get a lot down here too. Matter of fact, and one of the most famous ones, Love Drafts, of course, which is relocating. Broken Goblet. There's ones around here, breweries that just go all out with terrific stage work. We'd like to see more shows like that with guys like you in there. But yeah, man. I mean, I think of Alabama. I'm like, all right, man. I think college football. I don't think great heavy metal. I'm sorry.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yep.
Jocelyn, I'll let you take it. And the one that you really want to ask, I want you to get into that question with the band. Jocelyn,
Yeah, I really liked your song "Father," and like the lyrics specifically. Sorry, I cut out there for a minute. I was having some tech issues again. But the lyrics in the song say, "You can't turn back time. There's no changing now. Memories are lost. Look what I am now." I just really liked that little part, and I guess I was wondering what inspired you guys to write that song, or yeah, any input you have on that piece.
Dave, you want to take it or you want me to take it?
Either way. I mean, I will. Kind of grew up with less than perfect, father figure, and it's also like another part in the song where it's like, I'm a disgraced name as far as sharing the last name, which I mean, it is what it is. He's doing a lot better than when we grew up, not to trauma dump. But
no, sorry to ask a bad question.
No.
I can relate in a sense. So
yeah. That's exactly the whole point of the whole the song.
Oh, but here's we got a good father figure. So you need to play when she grows up, becomes a musician. She could play the song in a much more upbeat light.
Yeah.
The first time she heard it, she was like, "That's you." So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Great stuff. Dustin, we'll ask you.
Yeah, so father is basically just shedding the last name, kind of getting away from. For me personally, everywhere I go, I meet people and they're like, "Oh, you're so and so's son," and they tell me these outrageous stories about my dad, and I'm just like, I don't know the guy, I really don't know the guy. So that song just kind of stemmed from getting away from that. And the line that you're talking about is just kind of like basically a stab at, you weren't there. You can't change that. But this is what I've become. I did it without you, So it's just kind of.
I feel like that can also be, related to like bad friendships or other like toxic relationships in life as well. That's also why I really liked those lines.
Yeah, it kind of open-ended, meanings on everything, but that's generally what I take from it.
It's not just for Taylor Swift. Anybody can do it. Ron, tell us about your input on that.
It's like those guys said, we're breaking the cycle of what we grew up with, and we let it out in a song, and it came out great.
Wow. Chandler?
Well, it's like how Dustin and Dave said. I definitely did not grow up with the greatest father figure. Thankfully, my stepdad stepped in and, did what a dad's supposed to do. Yeah. But my actual father is just a deadbeat. He's seen me maybe 3 times in my entire life. Wow. And we all kind of got together in the studio. And it's pretty funny. I want to state this. We were sitting there listening to the playback before we were releasing it. And I looked at all my guys and I said, you know what this shows? We just have a bunch of daddy issues.
Not just for pretty girls anymore. Anybody can have it.
Exactly.
that'll be the sequel on the next album, Daddy Issues. And I gotta tell you, and I get that, guys, and it's really, once again, to put your heart and soul out there. It might be a little intimidating, but still, you're speaking from a place you're all aware, familiar with, and letting it out. And the fact that you have the gumption to do it into music is friggin' awesome. That's the way to express yourself. A little bit about me, real quick, about parents. My mom, when I first got into podcasts, I went, "Mom, listen to my podcast." She listened to it. She said, "Everything you said was so offensive. Your mouth is so foul. I'm done. I'm never watching again." 8 years later, I said, "Yep, that's the calling call. When mom hates what you're doing, you're killing it, baby."
Yes, sir.
Pretty much.
Oh, my God. So you've gone with the singles approach. Like I said, we got a couple body bags, of course, and father. You guys, and every musician says, "Oh, I've got a ton of stuff going." You guys looking to an album, or you're gonna keep doing some singles and kind of get a little momentum rolling? What's the plan of attack? And we'll start with Ron.
I think we're gonna save the rest of the songs for an EP. We may release another single, but we're working on a good EP for you guys.
I like it. Chandler, is that the approach you're looking for?
Yes, sir. So what's been going on is we didn't want to do what a lot of bands have been doing, where it's constantly dropping singles and look like we're just going to drop nothing but singles. We've come to the mutual agreement that we're going to do, 2, maybe 3 singles, and then the rest of the stuff will keep as a surprise for our audience for sure.
Nice. I'll go with Dave.
Yeah, and I mean, right now we have some really good ones that we're sitting on. And we're waiting to get back and stuff like that. And I feel like whenever the EP drops, it's going to be just something you can start at the beginning and play all the way through. And a bunch of heavy hitting songs and stuff like that. So
I like it. I also like how the bands are doing EPs and they're doing EP release parties lately. That's great stuff, man. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Dustin, how do you feel about that, man?
So we just finished writing and tracking the EP. We just have 2 more songs we got to do vocals on. And we're getting our buddy Tim from Wraithbear. He's doing all of our mixing and mastering. So we plan on dropping an EP, and then I've already started writing on an album. So we're just getting ahead of the game. After the EP, it'd be an album, and then whatever comes after that, man.
That'll be world tour. That'll be like that few month breakup. That'll be the reunion tour. I got all lined up already. This is awesome.
Hey, man, we're just trying to be rock stars.
That's it.
So, in hindsight, you're actually watching the official announcement of a Union 251 reunion. I did it here.
oh yeah,
That's right.
Pretty much, yeah.
Jossalyn, save these guys from me, please.
I guess, what is one band that you want to tour with in the future? If you could tour with any one band or, artist.
Wow.
Some broad, answers.
Secure
For-
Guns
for-
every day. I'd go on tour with Secure Guns right now.
I've been heavy on Body Snatcher lately. I would totally tour the world with those guys. Absolutely.
It's a toss-up on
They were
my
just
part.
upbeat. They went hard.
Oh, I'm sorry. But it's a toss-up on
No,
my
it's my
part.
bad.
That it's I've got 3 bands right now off the top of my head, and I would go with the Browning. I would love to get a show with Kublai Khan, and I would also like to get a hold of Left to Suffer.
oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be
There's some
good.
good names. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but we have Vin, who used to be the American Moshpits, comes on at 9 with us, and he always uses the heavy metal pick of the week. I don't want to say that his was the Browning and spoil it, but it was. So good call.
Hey.
Yeah, I'd love more like Whitechapel or something like that, or Heavy Hitter would be awesome to tour
Yeah.
with.
Honestly,
Something right in your
anybody,
scene.
anyone at this moment would be awesome to tour with. Just being on
Yeah.
tour would be awesome.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I heard Cinderella's getting back together from the
Hey,
80s.
hey,
Jump on
let's
board.
go.
Let's go.
Hey.
Got an opener for you.
Hey,
Mixed shows are the way to go nowadays, anyways.
Yeah.
Right? I'm for that too. I would love to rock out to somebody like you before I get my calm on with Cinderella. Not that they were calm. It's just it's a different generation. And I don't know. I mean, I don't really ask ages or anything, but a quick throw out. Were you guys familiar with like the hair metal scene? And can you believe that's what metal was once considered?
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, my mom used to jam it all the time.
and see, I'm relatable with him as well. My dad, he was the one that really got me hooked into like Megadeth and Metallica and just the old school guys. You'll sit there and, oh, I hear you on the radio. Let me start getting a little dance going,
We'll go with from Dave then to Ron about
the hair metal. Yeah, grew up on like Def Leppard and stuff like that. Just I listened to a little bit of everything, and there was like the softer metal stuff with my mom, and then the heavier stuff like Sepultura or Corrosion of Conformity and stuff. So,
And you guys got a great audience having way too much fun with you guys.
Look, all I can say is that guy was my old guitarist from my first band I actually did some shows with, and I would definitely recommend someone sending him a bottle of Veet to get rid of that little bit of peach fuzz he's got.
Can we see any of that? Probably not. Oh, all right. He's got a nice beard, though. I give him that.
Really nice beard, yeah.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that beard. Mine ends up coming out this way instead of down this way. It's awful. But Ron, hair metal, was that your thing at all ever? I mean, we all lie about it. I was into it.
I mean, no. I grew up. My dad listened to like Leonard Skinner. That
Oh, all right.
was what we listened to. Leonard Skinner, the Eagles, and then my mom was a little heavier. She took Dave and I when we were like 13 to go see Disturbed, so
Yeah.
that was
Nice.
cool. And then that's where it all started for me.
If you shave Chandler's beard, he's got a little Disturbed thing going. Give him that little
Wait,
white
let's not even imagine it.
Thank you for the fuel. We are gonna roast him so hard.
You know, you gotta have a great audience for that. So let's talk real quick. And I was gonna throw it to Jossalyn, but I want to get this out before I forget. So according to the audience, you guys have just won a Nappy Award. Congratulations for that.
Thank
What is
you.
the
Thank you.
Nappy Award? Talk us about it, because man, to be that new, like Zach said, you be that new a band, you're already winning awards. Let's chat about it. Man, we'll start with Ron.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's flattering. At that point, we had only one single out, and for the city to come together and vote for us like that, like, we're flattered, guys. We're coming to see you guys live. Don't worry. We got some bangers for you. Thank you so much.
We'll go up to Chandler.
Well, like Ron said, we are very appreciative of how everyone came together in the city, and just to hear a band that dropped only one track and sit there and look at it more of like an anthem and everyone come together. And I think it's because of that relatability just of the lyrics itself that everyone really bonded tightly over that song. And just to see people appreciate our music that much means the world to every single one of us in the band.
And Dave.
Also, you know, like I said, like they all said, the one single and all that, it's wild. It's like mind blowing. You know, we won like a Mobile Grammy, you know, and but it also helps that, you know, we have 251, the area code in our band name. So yeah, everybody voting sees that. They're, oh yeah, they're from here, you know.
Yeah, definitely vote for the guy. That's what I do with, Yosho 215. So we're actually crossed over. I do the 215 in there so people relate that it's a Philly show, and people are like, where are you from? Like, oh, okay, never mind. So they know we're the 215. And what I kind of like about the 251, it's cool, and it helps the people relate to it, like, yeah, that's my hometown.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, yeah, these guys kick ass and they're going to get somewhere from our hometown. So I understand that completely, but still, man, getting voted for it, winning awards, that's awesome. Did they give you each a trophy, or is there one trophy? Where's the award? I want to see it.
It's like a poster. It's
Okay.
supposed to be hanging in the in my studio, but I've been doing some rearranging and stuff, so it's not up at the moment.
Yeah.
It'll be up. I got 1,000 Funko Pops. And I'm supposed to be selling these, getting room, and making a new room. My wife hits me up every day. So
I do want to say something. I see a comment that says, "How about Nickelback?" And there are only two types of people in this world: those that like Nickelback and liars.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not going to wear their shirt or buy like an overpriced ticket, but we all sing a Nickelback song at
I'm
some
telling
point.
you.
of our
Absolutely.
day,
At
week,
one
month.
point.
Stop lying. We've
Right.
Jossalyn, I know you've done it as a girl. I know you sung Nickelback.
Yeah, I know some. I can't like name them by name, but I definitely, if I heard it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I know that. I like that.
See,
Yeah,
guys,
seeing-
even pretty girls do it, so don't feel bad. We all do
Too kind.
I see Vince, how about Gideon? Gideon is awesome. Now, if we could tour with Gideon, that would be just, so
Oh,
cool.
man. I've been watching Gideon for like 12, 13 years, dude.
Yeah.
They were like the staple of our scene. They used to play Mobile all the time.
Yep.
We gotta let Zach meet them so he can blow that up on social media and talk about the combo, because he's good at that stuff, and he
Oh, yeah.
brings
Yeah.
me a lot of great bands this way. And it's funny, he said, he went from accidentally knocking me out in the mosh pit when he was kind of doing like a big wash and dropping me, to a guy that I talk to him almost every day, comes in here every week, sends great bands our way. So don't fear the pit, people. It can change your life.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for better or
It
for
builds
worse, for
character.
sure.
Hell yeah.
It's
I
therapeutic.
like. Right, very
That's
cool.
very true.
So, Jocelyn, I'll send it to you on that one because I get a feeling I know what kind of question you got coming up.
I actually didn't have any others prepared really, but you bringing up the number thing like made me. I was wondering what the number was in your show name this entire time. Actually, the 215. But now that makes me wonder, like, what inspired your guys' name to be Union 251? Obviously, I got the 251 part bit, but what inspired the union aspect?
That's a goodie.
So we're all blue collar workers. I used to work in a sheet metal union. I think Ron's an electrician, and
Yep.
it's just like a brotherhood. Unions are brotherhoods, and this is like a brotherhood to us. And we were just spitballing ideas, and I was just like, "What about union?" Just throwing it out as just a joke, honestly, and it kind of stuck. And then we got to playing around, and like there's a band King 810. I was just like, let's do something
Ah, nice. Yeah,
Union 251, and we just kind of ran with it.
I like it.
And then that's where,
I think it sticks for sure.
blue collar beatdown came from, because we play beatdown and we're all blue collar workers.
Yep.
Right.
I
I'm
like
out of the
like
local. My local number is 505. So like Union 251. That's
Jesus.
our brotherhood.
Now we got to do a slash. 251,
Yeah, right.
505, 215, 8675309. Let's do it all. Throw all them numbers.
Heck yeah. Like Zach said, 570.
But that's cool though, because and everybody has their dream, and every rock star or musician says, "Look, I'd like to make this my life and get the hell out of what I'm doing." Trust me, I say that every single day when I wake up at 5 a.m. I want to make this my life and get the hell out. We got a good question here from Zach, of course. How do you feel about some of your biggest support coming from entirely different parts of the U.S. and then home? Because you got to admit, like now with social media, the internet, all that, some people say, "Oh man, it's such a curse, so hard to work." But there's a good spot too. Like I don't call bands local artists anymore. You're nationwide artists. Your music is on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. It's on YouTube. People can find it. As dumbass forgot to put the scroll up. There we go. Sorry, fellas. But like you're like worldwide. You're rock stars. You're a band. How does it feel with sort of Chandler to know that people all over the country are checking your stuff out and loving it?
To me, it's mind blowing because, like I stated earlier, I started off more or less as just a kid wanting to do something with music. I've been playing drums since I was 10 years old, and I never really had the thought come across my mind that I would be putting music out one day, because I just looked at myself as just doing drum covers and someone just noticing me to give me that opportunity. But once I met Dustin through some of the local shows in his previous band, he hit a nerve in me, man. I don't know exactly what it was, but he hit a heartstring with me, and I constantly wanted to chase him down to do something because I felt there was a connection and something could come from chemistry between us.
That's a deep one. Work with local artists is basically a slur now for artists who want recognition without the work. Wow. And because we all know it takes work. Dave, go over to you, man. The hard work involved in getting it national. Like I said, nationally, you're a national act now.
Yeah. So I guess kind of how that happened, I had somebody on Twitch kind of react to Father as soon as it came out, maybe a day. And Zach was in another Twitch stream, and he ended up seeing somebody else request our song, which is mind blowing by itself.
Awesome.
And then he messaged us, the band page, and was like, "Hey, I love it," and it was like, "What? How did this happen?" Because it's like, yeah, we were kind of trying to put it out there, but it was like, barely trying to put it out there, and then boom. And let me tell you, he is awesome. I love it. Constantly getting tagged and stuff. It's so cool because, it's like, you never know, stuff like this, we get to, do the podcast. It's surreal to me,
That's awesome. I love and I appreciate that too. A lot of people are like, "Oh, being on your show is a big deal." I'm like, but you guys do a great job of sharing too. And by the way, quick public service announcement. If you're going to be on a program, share it. If you're hosting a program, share it. Don't be
Oh
afraid
yeah.
to share it and overkill. Overkill people. That's how to get to remember your name. Dustin, how about you?
Man, so the support is wild. Let me put it in perspective. I handle all the merch sales, and we have shipped more shirts to Texas and out of states. We sent shirts to New Zealand, man, and
Yes.
more shirts out of
That's
Alabama
awesome.
than what has been sent to people in Alabama, which I understand. We have yet to play a local show and stuff like that, but man, the support from everybody else that is not our immediate friends. I mean, everybody that supports our music is our friends now, but that's not
Right.
immediate to us is just, it's wild. It's mind blowing. I think I've been playing in bands since I was 15 years old, man. I'm 32 now. And this is the biggest support that I have seen.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to me. It's very, very surreal.
I love that because we do two different shows. We do a Tuesday night and Wednesday night. And Wednesday night I started gearing more towards metal because the community is amazing. There's so many people. And there's some like, it's not my thing, so I'm not going to tune in, which is stupid. But anyway, but yeah, like Wednesday night, like the metal community seems to come out in droves. Singers from other bands, people that are in the pit, promoters, the whole 9 yards come out and check out metal bands. So the support is going to be there. Ron?
I mean, yeah, like they said, it's an honor to know that people from out of state like are listening to us. It's kind of nuts.
Like I said, we say national act, and I tell everybody here, you write a song, you play an instrument, you get on the stage, you're a rock star. It's not about numbers, about but we only have 10,000 fans. That's bullshit. You're rock stars. The second you hit that stage and play for people, the stuff that you've created and bled over, yeah, you're rock stars, and no doubt about it. Union 251, you guys are fucking rock stars, dudes.
Hey, man, appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I want to thank you so much for coming on. I want to give Zach big props because Zach,
Oh yeah.
he's got an undefeated record. Every band he sends us has been fun, funny, insightful, and no difference tonight. You can find Union 251 right now on Facebook, Union 251. Instagram is Union251_AL. Their music is available right now. I know because it's on mine. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. I'm off tomorrow. But I'm going to play it because tomorrow's laundry day. My wife wants me to do laundry.
There
That'll
you
be going
go.
on. Yeah, Union
There you go.
251
Oh, yeah.
will be bringing home the starch, baby. Because I'm going to be listening to that all friggin' day long. Chandler, Dave, Dustin, Ron, thank you guys so much, man. We had a blast, and we'll talk real soon.
I appreciate
All
it,
right,
man.
thank you.
Thank you,
Great
man.
time.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, y'all have a great night.
Union 251, everybody. We're going to slowly take the fellas out here. And Jossalyn, I'm going to say, holy wow, that was great. That was such a great time.
Yeah, I love getting to know like the backstory with their name and all that about their hometown area. That was nice.
It was very nice, and I love how the hometown crowd comes out, and even former band members, etc. My man Cuthbert Twilly from Up 24, the MMR Local Artist of the Month, as we played your song coming in, same song MMR played tonight. These guys, Jocelyn, are going to be part of our 8-year anniversary show, which we do next Tuesday, because
Nice.
not to turn away from Union 251 at all, but talking about locals and talking about artists in your area. I met Cuthbert at a Battle of the Bands. A friend of mine was running it, and he's there, and he's like, hey man, you're Jeff, right, from the O Show? And I'm like, hey, he goes, I watch your show, man. I like your stuff. I think it's pretty cool. And I'm like, huh? And then I got to know his band, and I follow them, and they show up. They come to a lot of events, so they're pretty cool. I love them guys a lot. So thanks for tuning in.
Small world for sure. That's awesome.
Definitely. Tuesday night, the 8-year, we'll be doing it. We'll play one more from the boys. We're going to play Father. And then we're going to
Good one.
we're going to welcome Vin shortly. He's backstage chomping at the bit. He loves being on here, maybe more than me and Jocelyn combined. But let's play Father. This is tonight's guest, Union 251. This is the Yo Show Wednesday night. Jeff, Jocelyn, Vin, Union 251, and all you awesome people in the audience. We'll be back in a few. Enjoy this kick-ass song. We'll be right back.
On screen.
There we go. Oh my freaking God!
That one
Unbelievable,
goes so hard.
Father.
I
By
love that one.
tonight's guest. Oh my God.
They need to go on a tour and bring it to Michigan. That's what I'm
He
saying.
needs to platform. My God, that was so freaking good. And like I said, they got 2 out there. No wonder why they're winning awards already. That's their first 2. Like,
That's really impressive.
it's unreal. It's absolutely amazing. In a moment, we're going to bring out Vin, and we're going to do his banger of the week. But I want everybody to kind of ease off on that real quick. And I had to ask Jossalyn a question just out
Have
of
a chill
curiosity.
moment.
Right? You need like 10 seconds. Catch my breath. So today, and there it is. It's National Filet Day. I guess like
Oh,
steaks, filet mignon,
interesting.
etc. Right? I didn't know that. I had wings.
News to me, yeah. Had a pork chop.
So you're a steak, so you're a meat person.
Yeah. I've been tracking my like nutrients lately in my little like Samsung Health app because I'm trying to be more mindful. And yeah, I've noticed like how much cholesterol I'm taking in though with all the meat. I'm like, dang, need to cut that out a little bit.
You're talking to a triple bypass survivor from horrible cholesterol. So if anybody knows what I'm talking about, it's me. But I had wings. If I would have known about National Filet Day, I probably would have had a filet as well.
Would have to
just how we do
celebrate,
it.
yeah.
That's just how we do it. So I'm going to play a little snippet. As you know, every week, our new friend Vin, the heavy metal tool guy, hands me a metal pick of the week. And he's like, hey, dude, this week I want to hear blank. Now, here's the bad news. Oh, never mind. There it is. I was going to say, I think I lost it. No, there it is. So we're going to play a moment of Vin. While he
Browning's
gives
so
us-
good.
I know, right? Shh, we're not going to spoil it, though. How do they get us? Oh, we're lost. There we go. All right, I need to shrink us first, then blow the screen up. Okay, so anyway, our good friend Vin's going to tell you all about his heavy metal pick of the week. Let's hear it.
This has been Heavy Metal Tool Guy with Federated Auto Parts, Mr. Auto Parts, and the Yo Show. Got my Browning hat on because my heavy metal pick of the week is going to be Sick Minds by the Browning from the album Geist. Did you know Vin, the Heavy Metal Tool Guy, sat down with the Browning in January 2025 and did an interview? You can catch that on American Moss YouTube. So, put on some Browning. LFG.
LFG indeed. And of course, Vin knows exactly what he's doing because
sure.
we had that lined up. Like
I
said,
saw the
whatever-
Browning unexpectedly too a couple months
Really?
ago. I won
Oh.
some free tickets thanks to the Upheaval page, and my friend Hunter, she invited me along. So yeah, I was really grateful for that. It was fun.
Shout out. No, I actually like steak fillet. But I think a fish also is a fillet. But thank you, dude, for showing up. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Look
Good
forward
night.
to more bands that do your thing too, Matt. Thanks. But yeah, so that's the lead in because it's coming up right freaking out. I got to make sure I get the live version because the live version doesn't really bring it out like the recorded. It's the recorded perfect. The Browning. Can hardly stand it. Sick Minds is the song. It's Vin's heavy metal pick of the week.
I love that
More
art
of-
again too.
Me too. I know, right? We're gonna need like an email address for that. To speak with Vin about his pick of the week, go to Vin's pick of the week, and I forget it. Let's play the damn song. the Browning Sick Minds. Metal fans don't want to hear my stupid shit. We'll be back in
Here for
3 minutes and
music.
36 seconds with right. They want the music, the Yo Show, and then we'll bring in Vin. It'll actually be first time Vin and Jossalyn are together, and I get the feeling their conversation is going to go better than mine and Vin's. So stick around. We'll be back.
Wrong tune again.
Damn it.
Running to my feet.
You know why I like doing metal songs and metal night on Wednesdays for those weeks that I'm off on Thursdays? The Browning, that was absolutely sensational. Jossalyn, you said
So
you're a
good.
fan. I loved it.
Yeah, I have a picture. I pulled it up during the song with the singer of the Browning. I got with them at the
Wow.
show. This was in April. And then also, yeah, the House of Swarm they performed with. And then from
Damn.
The Defect, I try to get a picture with everyone that I can. It's up on my Instagram. But
I tell
yeah,
you
they were
what,
great.
I'm going to step away and let Jossalyn and Ben handle the last 50 minutes because Jesus Christ,
They
great
were
stuff.
so good.
And that's why he is part of our family, man. The heavy metal tool guy, but an awesome pick of the week, the Browning. Let's bring him out. Jossalyn, your first experience and my many experiences. You can't say enough about this awesome dude. His love of music, his love of media, his love of sports, and his love of talking about things that I can't mention on the show. Let's bring out the heavy metal tour guy, Ben. Ben, I'm not even going to mention what we talked about earlier. How
Do
you
we
doing, bro?
have a mic? Does the mic work?
Yes.
I think it's working
Oh,
tonight.
yes.
Yeah.
We learn. I see we're learning every week as we go, right? So I was like,
That-
let me just check that first thing. I know what to do if it doesn't. So,
Jossalyn,
hey
that's
guys, how are
actually
you?
good. That's actually on me. Like Jossalyn earlier switched mics mid-show perfectly.
I was
Last
breathing too
week,
much.
this asshole here lost his mic for like a solid 30 minutes. And I scrambled, and Vin took over like a true professional. So I thank you for that. But anyway, man, welcome. Great pick this week, dude. The Browning. I love it.
I
Great one.
want to comment on Jocelyn's pictures that she
Oh,
just
my
showed. So
poster
that
collection?
was
Oh,
the
never mind.
Electronicore
That was a
tour.
good one.
And the Virginia Beach stop, I covered that for American Mosh Pits, and I
Oh, yeah.
want to tell some history on that. So that tour, that was the first United States tour for the Defect. That was their introduction to the world, to the United States of America, was
Wow.
that tour.
They did
And
amazing. Sure.
yeah, isn't that pretty cool? And it was cool because part one of that happened in the winter, and then that was part two that you were seeing. And we were lucky enough that part one had a Baltimore stop, and then part two had a Virginia Beach stop. So I covered them both. And with part
awesome.
one, we got to interview. That's when I sat down and interviewed the Browning, and that was when, hey Richie, and that was when I sat down and interviewed the Defect. And that was the Defect's first ever media interview, ever.
Wow.
Wow.
And
What an
so,
honor.
yeah, I got the award of being the first person ever to interview Moon McBee and Johnny as the Defect.
That's
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
Congrats.
that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
We did
And,
it a few
here.
times here back in the day, but, you know, nobody metal.
Well, listen, for Union 251 here, and then we were talking about Gideon. So we got kind of this little bit of Alabama music theme going. So I got up and ran to my old drawer there, pulled something out to share. And it is my Don't Ever Forget About Hank Williams Jr., the original rock star from Alabama, baby. Look,
Wow,
and
look
this
at that.
Yeah, right. On the back, you have
Wow.
It's a Family Tradition, right? So even the heavy metal tool guy has a piece of Hank Williams Jr., right?
Wow.
So there you go.
I've been doing this for 8 years, and within like 10 minutes, Vin pulls out great merch. Jossalyn does like a mic switch mid-show, and I'm just here like a jackass. Why am I even here?
Spilling beer on your laptop, you know.
That's actually happened 3 times this month.
Make it happen.
Oh, that's good. And you know, hey, Baltimore's a great show. Jamie was with us when we covered Baltimore. That's good that she's checking in. Yep, she was with us. Rich Short, who just checked in, he was with us. It was, I think we took like 6 people down when we went to Baltimore. That was a good show they did. That was, ironically, you know, we know now that was that was the last tour for Dropout Kings as a complete band. You know, it's sad to say, but I was lucky enough to see them perform there on that run. So that was a good thing. And it's a shame what happened, but I'm happy to say I was able to see that, you know, so that was
Yeah.
good.
It's a good thing. We can be slightly somber here without diving too deep. So I appreciate that.
Exactly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to do, and I've had this idea for a couple of days now when Jossalyn said, yeah, I'll come back on. I want the two of you to kind of give me your favorite one or two passions about being in the pit. Now, Vin, I know for you to cover the music, I get that. But if both of you are pit masters, you've been in the pit, you've banged, you've knocked heads, etc. We'll do ladies first, Jocelyn. One or two things that the feeling you get, or the excitement, or what drives you, or pumps your blood about the pit.
It's definitely, yeah, like an adrenaline rush. I think I've said it on here before. Like the endorphins that your brain just gets going. It's so fun to me anyway. I know it's not everyone's taste because I brought one friend to like an EDM thing and they were like, "Oh my God, what the heck is this?" Even at like those little tiny bits there. And so it's definitely not everyone's taste. But I also like even just like being part of the wall, and making sure that if anyone falls, like I'm the first one to like call it out because sometimes not everyone notices those things. And I try to like keep my head on a swivel and pay attention to everything. And I'm not scared to be loud. Like by the end, I have no voice, but I'm like screaming like body, like someone's down. I try to be like the mother of the pit in a way and like protect people while having fun. And yeah, just let out my bottled up emotions and just have fun.
Stay tuned for the upcoming podcast, Mother of the Pit, starring Jossalyn Rogalski. I kind of like that. Vin, how about you, man? 'Cause I've seen you, not really, I've never seen you in a major pit, but I've seen you in some pits. And you're just like that guy. Like you're the guy that in the middle, you're rooting for everybody. On the outside, you're rooting for everybody. Your drive, man. I mean, besides the music, which I know you and me
Yeah.
definitely.
So I as soon as you wrote this down, or as soon as you said it, I wrote down the two things that immediately came to mind. So I'll share something here. When I was 6 years old, I started martial arts. When I was 14, when I was 12, I got my first black belt. When I was 14, I started fighting full contact. When I was 16, I got my second black belt, and I started fighting full contact around everywhere from like Mississippi to the Atlantic. And it was 3 rounds, 5-minute round, win by knockout submission. And yeah, I was sponsored, bro. I was like 15 years old. I had a sponsor. And I could tell you so many stories. I mean, that stuff was medieval back then. But so being so young and being so involved in fighting and sponsored fighting that was so deep that I just loved fighting and that. So like the pit was as close as you were going to get to fight in the ring, and what it is the chaos. It's just a complete chaos in there that, is similar to war or something like that is what I feel. And I just, again, being a cage fighter, I mean, it wasn't cage back then, but, from those mixed martial arts days, and I just really liked that, that a part of that activity, and you could get in there and get it done in there without consequence. So
that kind of human contact. Have you noticed, has it changed at all, Vin, since COVID? Because everybody gets a little weird about any kind of contact. How was that contact? Is it just the same, like, it's the same feel?
I think the change was before COVID. So this is what I noticed as a change. So to give you some background, Jossalyn, I started going to shows in 1994. And I started going to shows monthly in 1994 and have since then. And the big change was the invention of the cell phones and social media.
Okay.
So I can tell you that I used a specific concert for this. This was Knock Loose at Franklin Music Hall, and this was June of 2024. And Knock Loose was obviously at this peak at this point, and they were quote unquote popular, right? Beyond just the hardcore scene of what they originated in. So we're covering the show at Franklin Music Hall in Philly for American Mosh Pits. And I told my two camera guys that were going to be on the floor, I said, listen, I'm going to guarantee you one thing. And I said, you got to be ready for it to get it on camera. I said, there is going to be people who are just there to get selfies and 5-second videos that they are at the Knock Loose show.
Yeah.
I said, those people have no idea what's really going to happen when Knock Loose comes on stage. And I said, what I want you to do is you're going to be easy to spot them out before the show starts. I said, you find yourself one or two and you get the camera on them. I said, because that's going to be million view video clip of that person. And so after the show, we all get back to the vehicle and we're unloading equipment. And cameraman Johnny, you know him, Jeff, and he said to me, he said, Vin, you are 100% correct. He said, I saw this girl and I could tell she was doing the Instagram or whatever type of videos. He said, so I'm watching. He said, Vin, Knock Loose came on. He said, and that place exploded. He said, that girl started crying. And then it's like she disappeared into the people in a ball crying. And I said, I told you. I said, I told you that's what was going to happen. So, you know, and you noticed it when social media really started kicking. And I would say like when the DWP festival started really taking hold and becoming this force of where to go every year. And, you know, all these social media influencers and things would flock to those events. And that's when you start noticing a big change. And the other thing with that is with you take a DWP festival, right? And you have to sell 80,000, 100,000 passes per day to pay for all this stuff that's going on, right? And in order to do that, you must bring in a radio headliner that people will recognize. Right, well, the problem is you create a mix within the crowd of true hardcore mosh festival people and these radio people who are just there one show to see this one band and don't really understand the whole culture of what's going on. And it creates a lot of fights. At end of the day, it creates a lot of fights. And it's I understand why they have to do it financially, but it doesn't turn out that well. I look at a festival like Further Fest. They, you know, don't worry about that draw for that big big headliner, and they continue to take the hardcore theme through the headliners. Well, guess what? You have a festival where everybody gets along, everybody's on the same page, and you know, you don't have all these incidents. So, you know, that's when I would say, you know, it's the big change was in that area was social media and the invention of the super large music festival.
Makes sense. And speaking of like large music festivals and all
They're
that,
getting huge.
I know, right? I was supposed to lay this out and shame somebody tonight because we got to get collections together to get Jossalyn the Michigan Metal Fest.
We don't
people,
have to.
You can
I'm
send
just the broke college
Jossalyn,
kid.
you don't have a ticket?
No, because
she doesn't.
okay, so it's embarrassing. I literally work 12 hours a week. I make like barely $200. I'm out myself. I'm like the broke college kid, and then I just had to drop so much money on like a new wardrobe because I'm gonna be like a teaching assistant here soon in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I don't have a ticket, unfortunately.
DM me and I'll get you squared away.
I feel so bad. Don't
now
let someone else buy for me. I'm the person who can't
I'll
take
get you
from
squared
people.
away. All right, when the show's over, DM me and I'll get you squared away.
I appreciate it, but I'm that
Kind of
person
reason
who
why-
feels bad to take
Kind of
things.
reason why I mentioned it. I didn't want to lay you out like that, but I also wanted to mention because I know Vin tried to get me to Michigan Metal Fest, and there's
I
nothing
could
more in
do
the world
some
I
show
wanted.
promo.
We will make sure Jossalyn is at Michigan Metal Fest.
Print out
No
some flyers
problem.
and hand them out. I actually did that before. I had a one-day work event for Uber Eats before, and I worked at a tailgate for my college. And I was like, "Hi, sign up for Uber Eats." Hi, I could hand out some Yosho flyers or whatever.
There you go. I got to send Vin.
Well,
Send me an email.
just message me when it's over and I'll get you squared away.
I will do that then. But
Yeah, where's the pack that's supposed to be arriving in the mailbox out here at Delmarva
This
Peninsula?
is your
buddy?
pack. I am off tomorrow. I'm headed to.
Okay,
This is
all
it right here. I got it sent. I even want to show you that it's wrapped up and everything.
All right.
This is
I
fresh
believe
from
it.
the sticker people.
It's a real thing. I
right.
can see it. That's good.
Right, yeah. You actually know. The king of procrastination actually does have them ready. But I was actually thinking about getting Jossalyn a Yosho tank top, too, if she can make it to Michigan Metal Fest. There you go. Show it off.
rocking out there.
Jossalyn, do you have merch on today?
I don't. I have this like skeleton top on. It's
Okay,
just a
that's
cheap little
acceptable.
thing,
That's
but yeah,
acceptable.
acceptable. Alternative enough.
I wore our Cryptid, who is our opening band for our Halloween extravaganza at Easton Pizzeria. So representing Cryptid tonight from Cecil County. Hey, there we go. Yup.
Nice.
Cryptid will open the show. They are from Cecil County, Maryland. And then you have, of course, the band that I manage, Callus, out of Salisbury, Maryland. And then you will have Suicide Puppets headlining out of Pennsylvania.
Interviewed them recently, right?
What's that?
I said you guys interviewed them recently, right? Suicide Puppets on here.
Yeah,
Jeff did, yes.
Yeah, nice.
Suicide Puppets and Callus. Callus was great. They shared so many great things about our show after the show, like on Reels, etc. It was really great. So I appreciate that.
He's
Shout out to
good.
him.
George is good.
Yeah, man. You bring out winners, though, Vin. You and Zach, and I do appreciate it. But for everybody out there, like if you're in the Maryland area, or hell, if you're in the PA area and want to take a nice little car ride, Halloween extravaganza.
Jocelyn, you're
costumes,
coming,
holidays. Yeah,
right?
Jocelyn will be there.
Jocelyn,
signing
you're
road
coming
trip.
down November 1st.
If only, right? Maybe we'll see.
Jocelyn,
Okay, well,
meet.
we'll
Then we
have
should
to
put
get
that.
your
Yeah, we'll put that
get
on
you
the
on a
flyer.
plane and get you to the Delmarva Peninsula, buddy.
That would be
Meet
cool.
Jocelyn, the mosh pit. Was it the mosh pit mother? Jocelyn live at the Halloween costume party. But Suicide Puppets, Callus, and Cryptid all on that night. 18 to enter, 21 to drink. Doors at 5:30. Music at 7. The 1st of November, right after Halloween, because this party is too big for just Halloween. Easton Pizzeria, 606 Dover Road, Easton, Maryland, 21601. Brought to you by Easton Pizzeria. My good friends in American Mosh Pits, my man Vin, the Yo Show, Federated Auto Parts. It's going to be a banger. Jeff has decided that the Yo Show is going to give out a prize for best
Oh yeah,
goth girl costume. I know Vin said that
yeah.
best goth girl gets a prize too. So fellas, tell your ladies dress up in your best goth and win a prize
We're
for the Yo
gonna
Show.
add a third category. Jeff is jumping in. Hey, can I just make a few comments on this?
You sure can.
All right. One, I will be bartending that night. So not only will I be a hostess with the mostest, but I will be behind the bar to make sure that everybody is enjoying themselves and having a good time. The other thing, I work with Antonio to create the specials menus. So we will definitely have some Halloween drink specials for tonight and some Halloween food specials. We're going to work more on that in September. But definitely, when you see our other event that we just released, we got specials there, and you'll see something similar to that at the Halloween extravaganza.
Take
Exciting.
your way out.
Oh,
tell
yeah.
Jocelyn, we got to get you somehow. Got to get you a train, a plane, somehow. I got to get you down there. It's going to be awesome.
That
And
sounds like a lot of fun.
You know,
No
you
problem.
would be the second media person from Michigan to visit Easton Pizzeria. Did you know that?
I would be honored. That would be
Who do you
really
think was the first?
cool. Was it Jamie? Am I correct?
How did you guess?
We love her out here.
See, we were at a banger. That was on Valentine's Day party, and it was Calloused and Bloody Finger and this band called Fucked Earth. And man, that was a really packed party because it was a Saturday night, and it was, you know, it was after the Super Bowl, so there wasn't a whole lot going on. And
Busy
man,
time.
the people packed in, and I even brought a homeless guy in that was off the street, like peeping in the window. I was like, bro, what's going on? He's like, oh, it's like, I was like, come on in. You're
They like
coming in
music,
too.
you know?
Everybody's
Yeah,
welcome.
You
Yeah.
ain't got nowhere to go. You ain't got nothing to do. Come on in.
I hate to say I can't say I've never done it because me and my buddies used to go out to bars in Northeast Philly, drink.
Yeah.
We find like that one drunken like guy by himself. We'd bring him in the car, go to the next bar. So I get it. Not proud
Yeah,
of
you know,
it,
it
but again,
happens,
shout
right?
out to
You
my
know?
man Steve if he's in the house. But hey, everybody needs love and fun. And we got another one. I got to mention this because you
Oh,
lined up the fan for the
hey.
show. Ethan Pizzeria Breakfast Clubbed. It's not club. It's clubbed.
Oh,
Pay-per-view
yeah.
Fight and Flyers game, brunch, drinks by Vin the Heavy Metal Tour Guide, live music from an upcoming guest. We'll talk about that later. Babies for Brunch will be the performer. 11 o'clock, the doors open. Meet Vin, get some drinks. 12:30, Flyers Islanders. 2 o'clock is the main card throwdown, and then Babies for Brunch live. Brunch. What is a breakfast hoagie? Because I want one so goddamn bad.
Oh, we were just talking about this at the meeting at Easton Pizzeria. It's so funny you bring it up. Are you ready?
Yes, I want one.
Okay, breakfast hoagie. We are going to take a medium hoagie roll. We are going to put your choice of bacon, sausage, or scrapple, and then you will get egg and your choice of a couple different types of cheese, and then you'll get a side of fries, and that's your $7 breakfast hoagie special.
That sounds
Oh,
good.
right, Corvette and Bridge to Phil. Yeah, right. But man, that sounds. I mean, now I gotta jump in here, and I'm eating this banana bread Pop-Tart in honor of Erica Biss. But
Good.
Scrapple in Maryland. I'm intrigued, being a Philly guy. I thought Scrapple was kind of a local thing.
Oh, no. Delmarva Peninsula is Scrapple all the way. I mean, we have Scrapple factories here, dude. This is like, this is Scrapple. There's a debate whether Scrapple was invented here or Pennsylvania.
I don't even know what it is. That makes me sound so uncultured.
Let me educate you.
Yes,
Why not
please do,
educate
because
everybody?
The Michigan
My
This is the part of the
opinion-
Yo show you might want to turn down. So,
My opinion and your opinion are going to be totally different. So we'll let Vin do Scrapple. for
Delmarva,
a-
yeah, this is good because I'll give the Delmarva definition, and then Jeff's going to give the Pennsylvania definition. So this is
I'm intrigued.
perfect, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, so Delmarva Scrapple is classified as a meat cake. And what they
Okay.
do is they take the leftover parts that were unused for all the other stuff, and they mix it up with a little cornmeal and a little seasoning, and they put it into cakes that are pound squares. And at that point, you take your cake and you cut about, quarter to half-inch slices, and then you would, on a flat griddle or pan, grill it up till it's crispy on the outside and nice and chewy on the inside. There is a Scrapple cake
Interesting.
right there. Now, the
Wow.
last thing I'm going to add from Delmarva, and then Jeff's going to add this from Pennsylvania, is the preferred brands of Scrapple on Delmarva. So you have the like main known brand that probably Jeff will mention too is Rappa, but nobody really eats Rappa Scrapple around here. That's what the tourists eat. Okay, so we either eat Hughes Scrapple is big, and then what is the other one? It'll come to me later, but Hughes is like one of the really big ones. It's Hughes Scrapple.
Teaching me a lot here, yeah. I've never heard of
Yeah.
any of it.
Well, when you
That's
come
crazy.
to Easton Pizzeria for Halloween, have it. We'll make sure we save some Scrapples. So we can make those
Put me onto your East Coast dish.
All right, Jeff.
Absolutely.
We're ready
All
for
right.
the Pennsylvania version of Scrapple.
Here it is, and this is right to the point. Do you know what hot dogs are?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so the shit that they won't use for hot dogs, they use for Scrapple.
Wow. So yeah, not ideal.
So whatever's left from the hot dog factory, we can't use that. Let's make Scrapple patties have it, and there you have it.
Sounds like you're not a fan.
There you
but when
go.
But when it's made right, now, Jossalyn, I don't know how you are about drinking, smoking, any of that, and I'm not gonna lecture on any of that. But man, when you're hungover and you get yourself a
hits
nice
right.
fat piece of Scrapple, it will clean you right up. Michael Kennedy, right? Nothing cleans you up
That's
like a
true.
piece
Look,
of Scrapple.
this guy, Michael, he gets it. He gets it.
Mike is a local buddy of mine. He hangs and works at the bar around the corner here, so he knows all about drinking and the next day. And Scrapple, buddy, trust me, Jossalyn, you ever get loaded up, you got to take a
Alrighty.
3 or 4 hour
Got
plane
some
ride
tips.
to get some Scrapple.
Yeah, absolutely. That's I have 8 Scrapple in both Pennsylvania, Lancaster to be specific.
Oh, well,
and-
that's different.
Well, I thought that's like the motherland right there.
Brett, everything's different in Lancaster food-wise. The cream donuts and the buffets and all, like it's Amish food for the most part.
Don't
It's out of
order
this world.
Don't order chicken and dumplings in Lancaster because you're gonna get some shit that ain't chicken and dumplings. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Interesting. Good to know.
I'm writing that.
You gotta
down
remember
today.
down here in the Delmarva Peninsula, we are below the Mason-Dixon line, so we are Southern, whether people want to believe it or not. We are absolutely Southern. And chicken and dumplings does not look like what they serve you up there. That's for
Oh.
sure.
We hit Shady Maple a lot out in Lancaster. I don't know if you've ever been.
That's
It's just-
big. That's huge.
It's so good though, and I'm like, how can like a buffet this big that runs that many foods be that good? And everybody's like, you're in Amish country, dude. Everything you're
Wait,
making
time
is
out.
trash. Yes.
My oldest son has a Shady Brook buffet hoodie and rocks that sucker.
Oh,
in the
I
winter,
need
buddy.
one now. I need a
Yep,
Shady
'cause
Maple hoodie.
He's big in the snowboarding, so he gets a pass somewhere up there in the mountains, and I mean, my man goes up there almost weekly when it's snowboarding season, and
Yeah.
apparently the Shady buffet is like part of the trip stopping there.
We need to do an episode from there. Me, Vin, Jossalyn, We'll feed Jossalyn.
I don't eat buffet, son.
Scrapple.
No,
No, not even this one.
no
It's good up there.
buffets.
All right, no buffets.
No,
We'll find a
no
diner.
buffets for Vin.
We'll
Just
find a diner with some.
nah, nah, it's just, man, it's just, I'm weird, and there's a lot
Picky
going
taste.
on there with
That's
buffets.
okay.
And,
You
know,
wouldn't.
and
You wouldn't do
I
well with the
just,
crowd that picks at the crab legs. Like
ah,
this crab legs,
just,
like this buffet.
and this little
Just
kid's
hash.
picking his nose, and he's grabbing a chicken leg. You know what I mean? It's just a lot going on at the buffet.
I'm rolling. There goes our sponsorship from Shady Maple.
I know Shady Brook just say click, hung up the phone.
Actually, had them on the phone. Like, wait till you check out this segment. They're ready to throw cash at us, and boom, it's over. But we will get Jossalyn a diner. So, how about pork roll? Do you know pork roll?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
You
that's
know?
like a restaurant by you, or is that like a dish?
No, pork roll.
No,
Yeah,
it's an
A
item.
dish?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no.
an item.
Yeah.
Never tried that
now,
either. Heard of
now
it
we
either.
could do this one because I know Pennsylvania and Delaware got to be different on pork roll. First
Yeah,
of all,
absolutely. I know it is.
I like my pork roll well done. I like it crispy. But
Yeah,
it's just-
like bacon.
yeah, it's like a round. It's a Canadian
Yep.
bacon, only and more of a cured meat, but more
Yeah.
of a salty flavor. I'm telling you, man, with some egg yolk dipping in there.
I'm going to
in
be
heaven.
honest. I don't think pork roll is that different from the Delmarva Peninsula to Pennsylvania. I think it's
Maybe
pretty
not.
spot on. I think that one we're pretty significant there.
I'm missing
So
out.
are-
Thing sounds like
Right, you gotta come down and find out. So Vin, are you a
Wait,
pork
you
roll
guys
guy?
want to laugh? And
Yes.
I worked a job where I was traveling around the country, and one of the things I would do was try to eat the local fare for where I was to try out all the instead of the same
Okay.
BS, you was going to eat everywhere. So, I have to say this: I was in North Carolina, and we were at a restaurant, and I was with a business associate. And he ordered the Philly cheesesteak, and I'm thinking in my head, I was like, "Don't even say anything, just jump." And it was one of the worst looking representations. I was like, "Why do they even put the name? They can't even put Philly on
Right,
this.
why
It's
do
got to
that
come
to
on.
us?
This is bad, yeah." But I mean, it was good because like I did some myth affirms and I did some myth busters. We'll say, how's that?
Okay, there you go. All right,
Texas-
that's fair.
Texas barbecue sucks ass. It's not that good. And I tried different places, so my view is not based on one place.
Wow.
And North Carolina barbecue, that's for real.
That I've
is
heard.
for real.
I've
North
heard
Carolina, South Carolina, that barbecue is for real. And the Mexican food in Arizona, for real. That I was in. I used to work a job, and I'd go to Phoenix, and then up to Flagstaff, and over to Albuquerque, and we'd get a lot of Mexican food. Obviously, when you're out that way.
Sure. Wow. I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. I learned a lot from Vin. Vin likes you like the road, like you even said, and I, thinking and joking around with Michigan Metal Fest. Vin says, "Yeah, man, we'll pick you up on the way. I come from Delaware. I drive all the way up." And I'm like, "Nah, dude. Number one, you're not doing that. Number two, you certainly can't pick me up." And
Yeah.
he's like, "I don't know, buddy. Like we drive and we go." I'm like, "Okay, so." You got road experience, dude. I'm
My
jealous of your
biggest
abilities.
road accomplishment, I worked for a large eye care medical firm, and we were doing business across the country with laser centers. And this is like, I would say late 20s, early 30s. There's no way anybody in their 40s could do this. So I did 3 meetings in one day across the country. I did the first one at 7:30 in the morning in Baltimore, and then I did the next one in Chicago for lunch, and then I did the final in LA for the dinner meeting. That was wild. Like, I remember when the dinner meeting was over, like, I remember I didn't know what time it was. I didn't know what day it was. I was like so messed up from time travel per se at that point. It was weird, but I would say it was one of my greatest travel accomplishments.
I like that a lot. I'm not the biggest traveler. Jocelyn, I don't know about you. I'll travel sometimes from Philadelphia to Harrisburg, which is like an hour and a half, 2-hour trip. Get a hotel.
In the
see
car?
a show. Yeah, see a show or two and come home. I'm not a big driver. I don't know about you, Jocelyn. Are you a traveler?
I want to more. It's just that like having to drive to college all the time, I try to save my car's like wear and tear. You know, I'm like trying to be realistic. But if I didn't have to like always worry about keeping my car in good condition, I would be like on the road all the time going to shows. It's like so tempting. I have like so many shows that I'm like eyeballing and I'm like, just for spraying. But yep.
Vin tells you
Jeff,
to do
is
it.
Amtrak an option from Philly to Harrisburg? I've never
think
thought
there
about that.
probably could
It is,
be.
right?
It is. I've never I never flew alone and never taken a train by myself. I'm afraid I'm going to end up at the wrong stops. I've got
Oh,
this.
jeez, oh man, Jeff, it's a train. You read the numbers, you get on a thing, they tell you when to get off. It's not that difficult.
I get the anxiety.
I got to tell you, Jossalyn. So right, you get the anxiety. When Vin said he was stepping aside from American Mosh Pits for a while, and I'm like, you know what? Come on my show and do some segments. He's probably like, yeah, Jeff, he's pretty badass. In about a month, he's like, this guy is such a weenie.
Making fun of you.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm more of a
All in
weenie
good
than I
spirits.
let on. I mean, I like to get out to shows, and I'll see shows all over the place, and I've mosh pitted a little bit, not to the greatest of results, but I'm not the, even though I got a tooth missing, that's from nature, I got to get that fixed. I'm not this big tough guy. Zach will tell you, Zach knocked me out with one punch.
You know, I traveled the most for work. Definitely not personal. Most
Gotcha.
of my traveling in my life was definitely work. I had a couple jobs over my life that I had the ability to travel the 48 connecting, and was willing, because I mean, like, we're talking go out for 10 days, come home for 3, go out for 14 type of stuff.
Wow.
And it was so, you know, you saw the country on somebody else's dime, but it definitely, that is the majority of where my travel happened.
So you're kind of like, but it's almost like have to. It's like we never go like someplace. Me and my wife will drive 2 hours to go to a show, and then we leave on the ride home. You almost feel like, man, this is like the worst thing of my life. Like the show's great,
The
but
ride
ride's
home?
terrible. It feels like forever, dude. You know, you've been there.
No. You want to tell me what the worst? I'll tell you what the worst ride home was. I was a Redskins season ticket holder for 8 years. Okay. You know how
I
many
love this story already.
You know how many cold, depressing ride homes I took from FedEx Field back to Delaware, buddy? Countless.
These were like these, but the ride home, like, and mine's different because, of course, you've been to a show and you're all amped up.
Yeah.
But you're driving home and it feels like forever. But when
You're
you're
so
working,
tired.
you're like, oh, you're right. You're tired. You're jumping
Oh,
around.
yeah.
Your neck, you can't turn your neck. Your back is killing you. Your legs. Your wife is sound asleep in the other seat. Like she's out like a light. And I'm like, okay, I guess it's me. It's me against the world now. We got to do it. But when it's work, it's like, all right, I got to get home. Work day's over. Let's go home. Get something to look forward to go home. The end of the concert, like, the concert's gone. And I got to drive all the way home. Sucks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's unbelievable. I used to when I was on the road for American Mosh Pits, this is kind of selfish, but I'd be like, all right, well, I set all this up and got everybody media passes, so I'll be in the back seat on the ride home, and you guys can figure it out.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Me and my wife go. I look over, and within the first 5 minutes, she's got a beer. I'm like, I guess it's her turn to drink tonight. Shit. So that's like, and while I'll still enjoy the show, Vin, as you know, it's still like, damn, I want to get messed up too, and you can't because you're now.
You are the DD, brother.
What's crazy is I've never been drunk at a show. Like I'm always sober, and everyone's like, "How are you out there in the pit like that?" I'm like full sobriety. Just
I would recommend to keep that trend going. Don't break that trend.
Yeah, Vin
keep it
got
going.
that trend. Yeah, so
Because that's how people get hurt, is being drunk in the pit.
That's what I'm worried about. Yeah.
I quit drinking in when I was 30. So I think it was like 09 or something. And I don't know how I survived in the pits when I was drunk. I just don't.
Sure.
I really don't. Yeah. Because I watch drunk people get destroyed. I mean,
oh my god. And I know I would be extra stupid. I get that liquid courage. I'd be extra dumb.
I get a weak
and they have no balance. Zero balance. As soon as somebody bumps them, they're laid out on the ground, you know, and it's just like, you know, somebody would be drinking, it's type of like bump that they would just be bumped around, you know what I mean? But no, not Mr. Drunkie. He's going down.
Let's do because God, I didn't realize how fast this night has flown by. Let's
Yeah,
go to
we're
Vin's.
flying, man.
We'll go to Vin's random facts.
Hey, I got 'em
Vin
ready
brings
right
us a
here.
couple every week. Brings some random facts, usually sports related. Eagles, Flyers. There's no them big Flyer parties we're going to be doing at them brunches. The first
Oh
one
yeah.
is Flyers Islanders.
So first, we're gonna do our Eagles today, and the fact
did you give me a
is,
picture for them? No, you didn't.
I did not have a picture for the
Okay.
Eagles one. I
All
have
right.
a picture for the Flyers, but not the Eagles.
Gotcha.
The Eagles, we have Pro Bowl guard Landon Dickerson, meniscus injury, right knee, possible 3/4 full season out, possible full season, possible 2 weeks. Nobody knows why, because they all lie about meniscus injuries. They're usually pretty serious. You're usually done all year, but we are way too early in the game to try to be saying that that's what's going to happen. So I have a feeling the Eagles will be doing some late preseason hunting for some guards here and making some moves to put some warm bodies in that position.
I agree. And they say like the weight of him being so big, it does not help the knee at all. And I'm worried about it. And all of a sudden, every Cowboy, Giants, and Redskin or Commanders, I'm sorry, fan in the area is like, well, there goes Eagles going back to the Super Bowl. It's one dude.
Oh,
It's a big
cut
dude,
me
but
a
it's one dude,
break.
right? It's one dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Nodding my
think
head
about
as if
this.
I know anything about sports.
I'll say you're
Yeah,
Lions
yeah,
country
sorry.
anyway, so.
But
No, you're good, y'all. Yeah,
you know, it's you know, I'm not downplaying any positions, but this is a position that we can definitely have guys ready to go by week 1.
Yeah, if
It
there's any
isn't a
spot.
position that we have to redraw plays, we have to redo a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, it's a position that, fortunately, there's a lot of linemen out there that don't have jobs. So this is
Sure.
a one that's honestly not that hard to fill compared to your running back going down with a meniscus injury or something like that.
And you're talking about a team that drafted a rugby player and turned him into an all-pro offensive lineman, you know, at tackle. Tackle, nevertheless, that is like an impossible position. And they got a
Absolutely.
rugby player and made him a Pro Bowler. So the Eagles know what
Well,
they're
that's
doing.
for Eagles. Now, the Flyers.
Uh,
So, folks, okay, before you flash these pictures, I just need everyone in the audience to sit down. You might want to have a drink of your beverage before we do this one, especially if you're a Flyers fan. So, first up, the Flyers have new jerseys. And this week, they revealed them on social media. And I sent Jeff a picture of them as soon as they broke on social media. Jeff, go ahead and, so now, if you notice,
hang
we have
on.
a sparkle design to it, right? So hockey is a very violent sport. It's a very tough sport. And we come out in a sparkle design jersey. Now, what I really want to focus on next is the comment section of this post. Jeff, could you put that up for me?
Sure can. I knew that was all off this post. Oh, my God.
Right off the bat, you know, the first comment, Jeff, can you read that? Because it's a little too small on my screen.
We've gone from the Broad Street Bullies to Pride Nights and Taylor Swift collabs. Wake me up when this corporate nightmare ends and we get back to playoff hockey. And of course, Comcast should sell the team because of a couple thousand times after that. We used to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, which might be the most hilarious comment I've ever seen. And I'm ready for the era of making the playoffs. See, I'm past the glitter stage already.
Yeah.
I would like to make some playoffs. Those comments are pretty good. I'm sorry, but they are. They're pretty good.
Maybe it wasn't the time for sparkle jerseys, is all I'm going to say. You know?
Get into the playoffs for once in the last 10 years, and then we'll talk about.
So
jerseys.
we'll get lucky. They'll have a throwback night, but Flyers fans, sparkles jerseys, it is. That's your facts of the week, folks.
Say, Jocelyn would like to do it. There might be now, Jocelyn. You said you're not a sports fan, but if you were, would you buy that?
No, like I've never understood why people like buy the sports merch, honestly, which makes me you can come for me if you want, but yeah, like when people like, well, obviously it's different when people like buy the jerseys with the like the names, if they're like just like mega fans, I'm like, okay. But I understand if like you like know the person, obviously
So
like
let me
that's a
ask
little
you a
different.
question. Can I ask
Yeah,
you a question based
no
on that?
problem. Of course.
All right. What would be the difference of someone buying, Papa Roach shirt with
I
Jadix on the
thought that's
front
what you were going for.
versus
Yeah.
wearing an Eagles shirt with Jalen Hurts on it? What's the difference there?
I guess, yeah, you're right. I've never been into the sports world, so yeah, it's just never been my forte personally. But
Okay.
yeah, I see what the similarities you're saying there for sure.
Cool. I'm not trying to, crazy. I just wondered what would be the
She
difference.
did say, "Come at me," and there you go. No.
Yeah, constructive criticism,
But
whatever.
to me, there's a little bit of a difference because number one, and it's happened to me a lot. That player can get traded tomorrow, and then you got a shirt for a guy who doesn't even exist on your team. Papa Roach probably gonna stick around for a while as a group.
I personally never got into player jerseys.
Me
I
neither.
have
I'll buy the
always
jersey, but
bought.
not the name. Yeah, I'm with you.
I always bought team gear. I just wanted team gear, with the team on it. That was good for me.
Yeah, my brother got me a Trey Turner, the powder blue Phillies for my birthday, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And like in the beginning of the season, everybody's like, "Oh, Trey Turner." I'm like, "No, you can't. Just got this shirt too. Don't trade anybody. Just got it." But for me,
There's
like
no loyalty out there anymore, son.
this is true. But a concert shirt now, surprised Jossalyn didn't get this part of the answer. It's also a memorabilia, and I was there piece. Like I was there to see it. You wear, I mean, you
Hmm.
buy a jersey.
That is true.
You know, yeah, you got the jersey,
Absolutely
love the
true.
team, but yeah, I like that. I miss tickets, dude. I miss physical tickets because I used to have a stack that I lost, but I love physical tickets.
I'm putting
Did you
together a
frame 'em?
scrapbook too. Yeah, I
Are you
want the
really?
physicals
Oh
back.
man, I'm jealous.
Did you say you had a scrapbook?
Yeah, of course. I think I left it over my desk. I can grab it, but I'm trying to put together like all these like tickets for movies or shows that I go to just to have something
That's
to look
cool.
back on one day.
I had back in the day. I had a whole bunch of them framed, and we lived in a townhouse, and my kid's mom had put the frames. The tickets went up the wall there as you went up the stairs. That was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Lots
very
of
cool.
disappointing cold Redskins tickets there, rides home, no doubt.
Should have learned, and that's why you guys are now the Commanders. Do you tolerate this Commanders thing? Or you think it's bullshit? Like I know you've become more of an Eagles guy lately.
This is what I say. In the 2020, so as we rolled into January or February, the Super Bowl of 2020, and then we rolled into a lot of things, right? You rolled into COVID, you rolled into a national uprising over social justice issues, and then you rolled into sports guys wanting to use their platforms of sports to announce their stance and opinions on these things. And, one of the things I personally watched sports for was to get away from the real world. So
That's what
when
we do
all that
here.
started to happen, and whatever their stance was, I respect that. This is America; everybody has their opinion. But I didn't need when it was time to play for me to just relax and get away from the world. I just was hoping to get that and not get all that. Now, how does this play into the Redskins and how I left them? Well, up to that point, the Redskins had not done jack shit since 1994, buddy. That's a long run. And I told you I was a season ticket holder for 8 years.
And that's a tough ticket to get, so I even give you credit there. That is like the toughest ticket in sports.
Jeff, I was 7 rows off the field next to the player tunnel.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
And the games that I sat there with my head in my hands, listening to the kid's mom on the phone saying, "Why'd you waste the goddamn money on them tickets?" And so there was years and years of that. Then also what happened in 2020 that people forget is the whole sex scandal broke for the Redskins.
Right.
Where
yes.
that was one of the largest sex scandals in the history of the NFL. And it wasn't handled well. And then we get into now we're going to change the name because of all the social justice stuff. And I said, you know what? I said, I think I've seen enough. I said, I think I've seen enough of all of it. I've seen,
Welcome to Philly, bro.
And I said, and I gave up watching football, actually. I took a break. I said, I'm just going to take a break from football. And I think it was about 2 years before I watched the game. And, you know, I just found some other hobbies and got involved. But when I came back, it definitely, I was like, yeah, I'm not getting involved with all that stuff down there. And the point where I personally said I will be here on this bandwagon was when I went to Philadelphia and covered that Super Bowl.
My man. And that was a
When
great
I
job.
went to Philadelphia and spent 7 a.m. till 2 in the morning there that day, the experiences, the people, and I literally watched somebody die for the Eagles that night. I mean, it was a whole. I mean, if you left that event and you were going to be a fan for any other team, something's wrong in your head because you just felt how important the Eagles were to that city and to those
Absolutely.
people.
You did us a lot of great justice too, and you can find that documentary still out there, I believe, on the American Mosh Pits page, correct? Yep, check it out, please. American Mosh Pits on YouTube is a great, great piece. Then came on, we talked about it here, and you did our city a lot of justice. We got to do a couple of shout outs and things, etc. You have Go Birds. Go Birds. What is that?
Go
new
Birds.
One? Go Birds. Fucker. I forget what it is. Let's get in the emoji section, of course, the love and the sharing, and Dustin Jordan and Bridget Gatcha, Jason Vick, Andrew Abshire, Atlanta Brokets, my good friend Cole Logsden, William McLeod, David Ryan Derenick Jr., Zach Wolf, Guild Productions, Matthew A. Bear, Nasty Promotions, Chandler Daltrey, Whalefall, Cody Hayes, Dale Irwin, and everybody who let off little emojis for us. We thank you. Loving the bands come in and drop those emojis too. We definitely appreciate that. Let's take a look who's coming up on the program. I know, man, your segment flew by, Zen. Ben, what the hell happened tonight? Coming up on the program.
Jossalyn, are you a staple on Wednesdays? Are you here for good?
I could join next week. I don't know my schedule after that yet because I get my official teaching assignment on August 20th, so I can let you guys know from then.
You do a great job.
Well, thank you.
Thank
I'd be
you.
happy to be back.
Definitely do a good job.
Best eyeliner in the business, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks.
And well, next to mine, but I didn't. You can't see it tonight. The glasses are hiding it. So August 19th, this coming Tuesday, Jewel and I and anybody else who's going to pop in are celebrating our 8-year anniversary. 8 years of the Yo Show. Jewel and I, several years back, started it, and here we are, and it helps us meet so many great people and brings me people like you two as well, Jossalyn, Ben, and much others. Guests to be announced. We're not doing a lot of guests. We're going to do some music. We're going to chat about through the years, etc. August 20th.
Very cool. Congrats, Jeff.
Thank
Cheers
you very
to
much.
you, buddy.
That is amazing.
Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. It means the world.
Snaps.
August 20th, when we bring Jossalyn back, Jossalyn, start doing your homework for the dudes from Alien Frequency. They'll be on the program. August 26th,
Interesting.
another Zach Wolf band, no takebacks. August 27th, we have a punk rock singer, Rebecca Lee Russell. September 2nd, our good friends from the Circus Hearts come back. They're going to be doing a show at Broken Goblet that weekend, which is my wife's birthday. So you know my wife's making that birthday show at Broken Goblet all about her, and why not? September 3rd, the metal band Dead Within Days. Then will love this one. September 9th, Mindy Jackson from Dying Oath is going to be on the program. Cannot wait for Mindy.
Yay.
September 10th, another Vin, Gone Gold.
Oh, yeah.
That's a goodie. September 16th is Christina Denimore. She's an actress, author. She has a book out called You Don't Know Dick. It is about her time spent working in a sperm bank. I got to read the book. I can't wait to talk. Jules said it like Jules like, wow, that's interesting. Definitely different for us, but I'm very excited. 16th. September
Very cool.
17th, another one that Vin brought us, and you've seen the party flyer, Babies for Brunch. I'm
Oh,
excited.
yeah.
They're cool. The lead singer is hot. It's a great band. I'm excited to
From
have them on the
Virginia.
program. From good old Virginia. Babies
Good
for
old
Brunch.
Virginia.
September 23rd, we start our Halloween season by kicking it off with Kelsey Livingood. She has a character named Mischief the Clown, and she claims she's coming on as Mischief. That'll be pretty wild.
Oh, cool.
She's pretty hot, too. September 23rd. September 30th, from the band Eternal Frequency, ML Elizabeth, because we're doing a benefit with them in October. She's going to come on and talk about that benefit. She's a great friend of the show. We've had her on a few times. We love her. October 7th, formerly known as Arcus, is the band Suede Aces. You're going to hear a girl that can sing, then wow. October 8th, another Vin signing, the Gloom Club. And Tuesday, October 14th, we continue Halloween season with the lovely Mary Kate. That is the Yo Show coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Wow.
Gang? And that's a
Wow.
lot.
Got a lot planned.
Wow. Good
You gotta
job.
plan. You gotta plan out. You know why? You'll get stuck. And I already had a
Mhm.
double book in there and I had to kind of rearrange. Oh, what a fucking mess! Double booking is a nightmare. So, like Jules says, and you guys can say it too. I love coming on, Jeff. You just do all the heavy lifting. And
We do
Vince
make
sends
it
me so
happen.
many great things. I almost feel bad that I can't share everything that Vince sends me because he is. And Jossalyn, if you follow Vin, he said message you after about Michigan Metal Fest. If you follow him, you
Yeah.
realize this guy is posting nonstop. So when I tell people out there, shove your name in people's face, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be repetitive. Do it over and over and over again because that's how they remember you. Vin will teach you full-heartedly. Like every hour, I'm like, collab with Vin. Collab with Vin. Collab with Vin. Vin says, fuck you. Okay. On and on and on.
At least you know that we are very present on social media.
We definitely are. And I got to tell you, like I said, 8 years coming up on it, and I thank people like you, Vin, and people like you, Jocelyn, that make it all worthwhile. And Jules been amazing. My wife's supporting the people in that comment section. Like we had 30 emojis, let alone all the comments. You make it worthwhile too. And that's it. People do their homework. Vin gets those stats, gives me a metal pick of the week. Jocelyn swapping mics mid story because somebody said it sounded a little windy. Like that is the shit I love. I don't hold auditions. These motherfuckers just come out, and I'm like, yeah, this is my kind of people, and it is. It works really well. So we'll be back next Wednesday night. Sounds like Josh will be
right.
back. I know Vin will be
I'll
back.
be
He likes being here.
I'll
I
be
love
here.
having you, dude. I appreciate your efforts with us. You're awesome.
No
I look
problem.
forward to getting to some shows and making them happen. We're going to take you out with the song Empty Page by Up 24. They are 93.3 WMMR's Local Shots Artist of the Month. This was the song they played tonight, and we're going to see them in concert next week at the Liberty Tavern.
Nice.
Exciting.
Oh, God, I got to get you. We all got to live together. Combine. For Jocelyn and Vin, the heavy metal tool guy, Jeff the Shark Perini, saying, have a good night. We'll see you Tuesday night on our 8th year. Have a great night.
See ya.